Hello boys and girls, welcome once again to my match day preview. This week we have Manchester United away. What a game it's going to be. Last time out they did beat us 1-0 in the FA Cup. It took them 97 minutes and we looked the more dangerous side. Before that in the league we were winning and then they brought in a few substitutes and they won 3-1. Not a convincing win for them, only the last 20 minutes they controlled, but West Ham looked the dominant side. I think third time lucky. This is a time we can go out and beat them. But to start off with, we have a few bits of news. First off, Mr. West Ham himself, Mark Noble, has signed a new one-year contract that will take him up to the end of the 2021-22 season. And then the day after that, he announced at the end of that season he will be retiring from football. Hopefully he will stay around the club in some capacity, whether that be starting at a youth academy as a coach and working his way back up, because one day I can imagine him being the West Ham manager. Be nice to see. But another important one, now only 2 games away from sealing a permanent deal with West Ham United, is Craig Dawson, the on-loan defender that we was all a little bit apprehensive about to start off with. Looks like he could end up in the Euro squad at the end of the season. He's scoring goals for fun at the minute. He's clearing goal line off the goal line. He's just absolutely brilliant. So he has got a clause in his contract, 2 more games to play, and that becomes a £2 million deal for West Ham. Now on to injuries and people who can't play. Ogbonna, he was due back for around about this game, but unfortunately that's going to be pushed back and he's going to be out for a few more weeks. They haven't released any statements as to officially why that is, but it's just his injury was a little bit worse than first thought and his recovery is taking a little bit longer. But that's probably wise not to rush him back. This is going to be a physical game, and so they put him straight back in, you're putting him at risk of injury. Now the other one who is going to be a real miss for us this game, Jesse Lingard. He's on loan from Manchester United, which means he's not eligible to play for West Ham in this match. Which is a shame because, he's scoring for fun as well. He's a real driving force and he's added to an already good season for West Ham United. Will we sign him in the summer? That's a question for later on. But now, let's get into our matchday lineup. We know that Jesse Lingard can't play, so that leaves an opening in midfield, which is good. But we will start off up top, I think. I think that's the best way to go. We usually start from the goalkeeper, but this time we're going to start from our striker, Mikel Antonio. He's currently 3rd in our all-time goal scorers list, behind Mark Noble and Paolo Di Canio. I think Noble is two goals behind and he's 5. So if Noble can get on for a couple of penalties, he can also take the highest goal scorer rank just before Antonio pipped him at the end of the season. Now, he's a monster. He's so strong. He's so quick. His ability to get a goal is phenomenal. So there's no other option really. We don't have any other strikers, although this man not 4 seasons ago was playing right back for us. What a dramatic change. For the better, I might add. For the better. Now in midfield, we've gone with Pablo Fornals. We've seen him start in the last few games. He did hit the crossbar in our last match. It was an absolute thunderous effort from about 4 miles away. I think he deserves his place. Jared Bowen hasn't seemed to be quite hitting the same form he was at the beginning of the season. Said Benrahma, again, he's been a little bit hit and miss. He's played really well, but he's not quite hit the levels we'd like to see from him. His trickery, his skill is second to none in the team, but we need to see a little bit more end product, and I think that's still a little bit of apprehension, as he hasn't scored his first goal, so he's snatching his chances a little bit. If he calms down a little bit, picks out his passes, he's going to get assists, he's going to get goals. It's just a matter of time. Thomas Souček, Declan Rice, the pair that are always together on the team sheet unless one of them's injured. Allegedly, Chelsea, Manchester United are still trying to grab Declan Rice away from us, but I don't think that's going to happen. The board have said it's going to be at least 100 million, and David Moyes has said, but he's worth twice that, so it's unlikely that he's going to go. Barcelona are after Thomas Souček. They're touted with a £26 million deal, which is peanuts. So West Ham, from what I have read in the recent days, have offered or are offering him a new higher contract, which is much deserved because of his performances this season have been brilliant, and we need to keep him at West Ham United, not at Barcelona, who are struggling and are about to implode. We need to be at West Ham. We are the next big thing. Right, defence. I've gone with a 5 at the back. We played well against Manchester United in the last 2 games, and I feel like this gives us a little bit more freedom going forward because it adds Ben Johnson and Soufal attacking and leaves 3 players back defensively to squash any counter attacks. Soufal has been brilliant, and Ben Johnson, when he's come on, has been solid. So them two have got to start for me. Aaron Cresswell hasn't got the legs to get up and down the pitch all game in this game. Craig Dawson's been brilliant, and Diop is quick and has got a big header on him. So looking at that, that's why I've gone with this formation really. In goal, Lucas Fabianski, again signed a 1-year deal. He is very, very good, but we do need to start looking at keepers. It's a shame to say he is good, but when he's injured, it really makes a difference to the squad. We've been linked with the likes of Aaron Ramsdale, who looks like he's going to be relegated 2 seasons on the trot. So if my prediction on the podcast was correct, like what's going to happen if we sign Aaron Ramsdale next year is that we'll win the Champions League, but we'll also get relegated. Because that would be the ultimate West Ham way, wouldn't it? I think we need to look at the likes of Nick Pope, fight for signatures like him. I was going to say Dean Henderson, but he looks like he's now going to be Manchester United's number 1 goalkeeper. So it would be very difficult to pry him away from them, having come through the academy. But we do need to seriously look at who's in goal. Maybe Slavia Prague have got a good goalkeeper that we could steal. We look like we've made that some sort of informal relations with them to have a bit of a partnership going on, which is fantastic, because if the players that all come out of there are like Souček and Soufal, then we're not losing to anyone ever again. Right, on the bench we can have 9 players, but the squad is starting to look a little bit thin with injury. We have seen David Martin on there the last few times, but I do think Darren Randolph and Trott will be the 2 goalkeepers that make up the bench. You've got Mippo in the middle, on the bottom row. Striker, he did get a little bit of a run out against Manchester United before, but not enough really to do anything, and it was also a very difficult game. Lanzini and Bowen, we've seen Bowen coming on the last few games. He has the ability to run. From what I read, he was ill last month and has struggled to get back to full fitness because he's just been constantly playing. Lanzini, trickery, has the ability to score a goal, but he's consistently inconsistent. One game he can be a world beater, and the next game might as well be playing in the conference. Balwena looks like he's on the way out at the end of the season to make way for probably Frederick Alves from the under-21s team, who we signed in January last year, I want to say. And Mr. West Ham himself, Mark Noble, we've seen him coming on. I feel like if we can get 2 goals, we'll see him making an appearance and just say shoring up that midfield, and everyone will sit a little bit deeper. In bonus, for a bonus, what I've read that Manchester United have got a number of key injuries. They did lose against AC Milan yesterday, but that's a bonus for us. But do I think we're going to win? I hope we're going to win. I really do. At minimum, I think we need to garner a point from this. But a win would be more than welcome. Until then, I've been Ian. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you next week for the podcast. Peace.